The world has a chance to name you, define you, or drain you. You must speak power into your own soul. Mornings aren't just routines, they are resurrection. Every sunrise brings a rebirth. And what you declare in that sacred silence becomes the script of your day. You are not here to survive. You are here to command, to create, and to conquer. So before the noise of the world gets loud, whisper 6 truths that make you unshakable. These are not affirmations, they are activations. Your words are spells, and these 6 will remind your spirit that you are still the storm. Number 1, today I speak from power, not pain. Today I speak from power, not pain. This is not just a mantra, it is a moment of inner revolution, a bold declaration that I will no longer allow my wounds to be the loudest voice in the room. For too long, pain has shaped the way I speak, the way I move, the way I see myself and others. It has wrapped itself around my tongue, turned my words into weapons against myself, and dimmed the power of my voice. But today, I reclaim my narrative. I refuse to keep giving the microphone to my past, to trauma, to disappointment, to betrayal. Those moments may have written a few chapters, but they will not write the ending. Today, I remember that my story is not just about survival, it's about sovereignty. Speaking from pain is like living with a broken compass. It leads you in circles of self-doubt, misjudgment, over-explanation, and emotional exhaustion. But speaking from power is liberation. It's when you trust your wisdom more than your wounds, when you recognize that you are not what happened to you, but what you choose to become next. When I speak from power, I don't need to justify my worth, defend my value, or dilute my truth to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold me. Power speaks calmly because it knows what it carries. It doesn't yell to be heard, it resonates. Speaking from power means I no longer allow the past to dictate my tone, my energy, or my choices. I've spent enough years explaining my pain, reliving it in conversations that only reopened wounds. Now I use my voice to create, to command, to connect. I no longer talk about who hurt me. I speak about who I am becoming. I don't echo my disappointments. I declare my direction. I'm not here to bleed in front of those who wouldn't even bring a bandage. I'm here to build, to rise, to remind myself that healing isn't about forgetting, it's about alchemizing. When I speak from power, I make decisions that honor my future, not ones rooted in the shadows of my past. I choose clarity over chaos, purpose over people-pleasing, strength over self-sabotage. And even when pain tries to sneak back in, I pause and ask, is this coming from the part of me that was broken, or the part that was born to rise? Because there is a difference. There is a warrior in me who has been waiting for this shift, for me to stop begging the world to understand my pain and start embodying the force I truly am. My voice becomes a tool of transformation, not a cry for validation. I speak with intention, not insecurity. I speak to build bridges to my future, not stay trapped in the ruins of my past. Today, when I open my mouth, it is not to rehearse limitations, but to reveal light. My voice now carries vision. It tells a new story, one where I am no longer the victim, but the visionary. One where I don't suppress truth to keep the peace, but speak truth to become peace. I now understand that power is not loud, it is aligned. It doesn't need to prove itself, it simply shows up, grounded and glowing. This is the version of me that doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, doesn't shrink to fit. I rise with my back straight and my words clear, because every syllable I speak from power affirms my identity, affirms my path, and reminds me that I am not lost. I was just silent, but not anymore. Today, I speak from power, not pain. And because of that, everything changes. People feel the shift, rooms respond differently, Opportunities open and energy flows freely. I become magnetic, not because I chased validation, but because I embodied truth. And the greatest truth of all is this: I am powerful beyond measure, not in spite of my pain, but because I chose to speak from the healing, not the hurt. Number 2. My presence is my proof. My presence is my proof. 7 simple words that carry the thunder of everything I've ever survived, everything I've ever risen from, and everything I am still becoming. I no longer need to explain myself, overextend myself, or shrink to fit into someone else's comfort zone, because the mere fact that I'm here, breathing, walking, choosing to rise again, is enough. My existence is not an accident. It is not up for debate. It does not require permission or external validation to be powerful. My presence is not something I need to justify. It is the living, breathing evidence that I am worthy, that I have purpose, that something greater than fear has carried me to this very moment. I am not defined by applause, approval, or acknowledgement. I am defined by endurance, by grace, under pressure, and destitute of acknowledgement. I am defined by applause, approval, or acknowledgement. I am defined by endurance, by grace, under pressure, and undefined by battle, by fear, by pressure, by violence, by menace, by no despise, by the unseen battles I've fought in silence while still showing up with strength. Every scar on my soul tells a story, not of defeat, but of divine resilience. The world may not know the depth of what I've overcome, but that's not my burden to bear anymore. I don't owe anyone the footnotes of my survival, just so they understand why I shine the way I do. I shine because I am. I rise because I must. I move with quiet fire because I can. My presence in any room, in any situation is enough to declare, I belong here. Not because I was invited, not because I was chosen by others, but because I chose myself. I chose to keep showing up. I chose to keep believing. I chose to rise when every voice, internal and external, told me to stay down. My presence is sacred. It shifts energy, it disrupts mediocrity, it challenges narratives, and it calls everything around me to a higher standard. I walk into spaces with a full awareness that I bring something divine, something rare, something no one else on this earth can replicate. Me. I am not here to compete, to compare, or to convince. I am here to contribute from the well of wisdom and strength within me. People may overlook you, underestimate you, or even try to erase you, but they can't duplicate you. And the moment you truly understand that your presence is your proof, you stop trying to explain your worth and start walking in it. You no longer wait to be chosen. You realize you've already been equipped. You stop explaining your past. You start embodying your power. You stop asking for permission. You start making space where none existed before. You carry yourself differently, not with arrogance, but with alignment. Not with ego, but with essence. There is nothing louder than silent confidence, the kind that doesn't scream for attention but commands respect through presence alone. That is the power you hold when you understand that being is proof enough. Your presence proves that the darkness did not win. It proves that your story has more to be written. It proves that your purpose was never cancelled by your pain. Walk tall. Speak slowly. Move intentionally. Let your presence speak long before your words ever do. Let it announce that you are not to be taken lightly, that you are not what they assumed, that you are not here to play small, stay hidden, or go unnoticed. You are here to be felt, to awaken, to inspire, to elevate. You are not the echo of what broke you. You are the voice of what healed you. Let that truth radiate from every part of your being. Let it be known through your silence, through your stillness, through your strength. Your presence is not just proof that you exist, it is proof that you matter, that you have something this world desperately needs, that your energy is medicine, your story is a key, your vision is light in places that have known only shadows. You don't have to do more, say more, or be more to be enough. You already are. The world begins to respond in kind. You become a force that cannot be ignored, not because you're loud, but because you're real. Not because you're flawless, but because you're fully here. My presence is my proof. It is the signature of everything I've walked through and everything I'm walking toward. I don't need permission to shine. I don't need a platform to matter, and I don't need a title to be powerful. I just need to be. And that is more than enough. Number 3, I am the cause, not the effect. I am the cause, not the effect. This is the moment I reclaim